We're going to restore this eBay find, and it's a Porsche Carrera 6.
What's this, you might ask? Well, it's a Corgi. It's actually a model 330. It's the Carrera 6, and fairly good condition again. You can still get these replacement glass here, but you don't seem to be able to get that. You can actually get the headlamps as well, and again the trick is to try and get one as intact as possible. The little fins on the front normally get quite damaged, and these ones are fairly okay. They've got some bits on them, so we'll have to straighten those out. And of course some transfers, so that replaces the Porsche logo, Porsche symbol on the back, and the numbers on the doors and the bonnets. And we'll get on to this now. We've got 3 rivets on the Corgi. Just going to try and get it into a position where we can get all of them in one go. Oh, and there's the plate off, and oh, some proper mess inside. So we'll clean this up a bit and then drill some holes. We don't have a lot of post to play with here, but we're going to hopefully put a 1.8mm hole into this post, and that rivet cutter leaves a nice little indent for the drill to guide into as well. So there we've got 3 holes. Now I know you're going to like this. This is the Porsche Carrera 6, and although the rivets are taken out at the bottom, once you take this thing apart, it literally explodes. There is so much going on in here. We've got first of all, the rear deck comes off, so we've got the rear decking off. Then the canopy pops out. Then the interior is taken up by a driver, which seems to be sitting there, a steering wheel which actually fits on the underside of the body shell, a seating tray incorporating springs, a nasty bit of goop on these tyres, or these axles. That certainly didn't help it rotate. And eventually you get down to the bare parts. Now what I'm going to try and do here is the engine inlet, it looks like inlet manifolds, yeah, inlet manifolds, got the carbs on. They're actually affixed underneath just by some sort of expanded collets, so hopefully headlamps as well. So the headlamps are fitted in the front. Take those out. Hopefully we're going to be able to get these out without too much issue. If not, then it's going to be a case of gluing them. Yeah, it's going to be a case of gluing them back in. These tags are in soft metal, and I don't think they're going to take too kindly to be unstraightened and then straightened again. So, well, we've got the Porsche, about half a dozen, well, 3 bits in there. So we've got the engine cover, that's coming up nice and clean. We put that to one side, and then we've also got the main body. That's come up fairly well. So there's a couple of little bits left on that, but that'll come off with a wire brush, and then we'll probably sand the outside of it as well to get rid of any scratches.
on the back of this Porsche engine deck lid is well, there's one left in, but the other one's missing, and it looks like the jewels come out and there's a plastic insert. So my theory is going to be to heat it up with a heat gun and see if they both come out. So we've really got this heated up now, and this should just pop out the whole jewel. So let's tackle the one that's left. Oh, just popped straight out. That's the jewel, and then the actual liner as well should come out. So this is what's actually inside. Is the there's like a small little jewel, which is obviously what you can see is the reflection, but then there's this, which is like a little can that holds the jewel, and I think it's got some glue or something in it, but the whole thing's come out, so we should be able to sort this out. Same thing we're doing with the Porsche is heating up the chassis, and then going to straighten out these little fins at the front. And the idea is just to give them a gentle tap or two, just to get that straightened out. Right. It's nicely straight, and then we're going to do the same with the other side. Just run a small file over those to take off some of the sharp burrs. We're going to paint the Porsche diamond white, so someone's probably going to be turning in their grave about that one. But here we go. I'm going to do a couple of coats on this one and let it dry in between each one, because the paint goes on a bit thin. I've masked the side panels and sort of bonnet area of the Porsche, ready for painting. I'm going to try and spray this first. Might end up painting it, but we'll see how this goes. And I'm going to do the same with masking the bottom, both these side panels. I'm using this Tamiya masking tape. A bit more expensive, but seems to do a nice job. And because it's expensive, we're just going to use some Scotch masking tape to sort of block out the rest. Standard red Model Air colour that we're going to use to paint this, and this goes straight into the gun. Well, this is always the interesting bit, to see if the masking's worked. I'm going to paint these parts with Molotow Chrome and give them a coat of lacquer afterwards, so here we go. I'm using a pair of these surgical forceps to hold the axle, and then I can stick that onto a magnet. This rear cover is really scratched up and I've been unable to find replacements anywhere, so I'm going to try using Auto Sol metal polish to get rid of the scratches. So hopefully so it's got a lot of little surface scratches out. There's some really big gouges that are not probably going to come out, but it's definitely a lot smoother and a lot shinier. I'm going to do the same on the canopy. Although it's not too bad, you can see it's a bit matted where it's got some scratches on it, and that should again come out with some of this. That's really taken all the small surface scratches out completely, and we're going to dip this into like the furniture polish or floor polish, which will sort of make it shine up even more. So good job on this one. Time to put the water slides onto the body. I've put one on one side. I'm going to soak that in the decals solution and get it nice and wet. So that's starting to slide. And that drops nicely into place. Give it a coat of clear lacquer to finish it off. It's time to put this together, so here we go. Nice little built-in suspension system, and I'm gonna pop the wing mirrors in as well now. Now they were sort of splayed out before, and I don't think that's gonna work, so we're going to put a bit of glue in to still got some scratches in it, but it looks a lot smoother and shinier now, so that should just press back in. front and the headlights are in, and the whole thing sits quite nicely onto the chassis. And what I'm going to do now is put some screws in to the bottom. At the moment, not able to get some replacement tyres, so what I've done is print up some 3D printed tyres, and they've got some tread on them, and they don't look too bad. I'll show you this one. They're sort of fairly passable for the time being, and this will go on the completed model. Thanks for watching this video of this restoration of this little Porsche, and if you'd like to see more of these videos, then please subscribe. So thanks for watching.